Hello, everybody. I'm Craig. This is Spirit of Vinyl. How you guys doing? Hope everybody had a great week. It's Friday night. Cheers to everybody. I'm gonna break open a beer and talk about some music. Let's see what I'm drinking today. It is called Tiny Bomb American Pilsner. This is brewed somewhere here in Tennessee, if I remember correctly. Yes, from Memphis. Pretty decent. Had a couple the other day. All right. Yeah, it's a very good beer, actually. To tell you the truth. Well, I hope you all had a great week. And it's another month. January is over. And I thought I'd show what I bought this month. I had a very good month when it comes right down to it, especially for my style of music that I really enjoy. I found some really cool stuff. Had some extra money because I got Christmas and stuff like that. You know, I got some, what do you call them? Gift cards. That's the word I'm looking for. Got some gift cards, so I went and did some shopping with my gift cards and picked up a few records first and some more stuff that happened I'll kind of explain as I go on. So I got gift cards for Christmas, so I bought some of this stuff January. So I went to my local record store. One of the first things I picked up, Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet. This is the first Bon Jovi record in my collection. I've never been a huge fan, but this is actually a very good record. It's on Mercury. It's just on a black vinyl there. But yeah, this has got Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive. There's the back cover. You know, pretty good record. I saw this, my record store posts things on Facebook and what they got coming in. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go pick up this Bon Jovi record. So that and another one I picked up, which is the first one from this band also. I picked up Warrant's Cherry Pie. This is a music on vinyl pressing. Sounds excellent. Very, very good record. A lot more than just the hit song Cherry Pie is on here. Let's see here. It's got Uncle Tom's Cabin and I Saw Red and Love in Stereo, Blind Faith. There's the back cover right there. If I remember correctly, this one's on a black vinyl. So, but yeah, Columbia label on there. But like I said, it's a music on vinyl pressing. Very cool stuff. I really enjoyed that record too. Something else I picked up when I was there at the same time. I had like almost $200 in gift cards. So this is an Exodus album. This one is called The Atrocity Exhibition Exhibit A. If I remember correctly here, these ones are sort of a silver colored vinyl. This was in the used section, so I don't have the hype sticker on it or anything. But this is really good stuff. Sounds like Exodus. This is, mid-era of Exodus. This is, I can't remember the lead singer's name, but this is not Zetro Souza. This is the era where Steve Souza was out of the band for a while. So that one is from that era. And then this was also in there. This is Exhibit B, The Human Condition. And it's an Exodus record. If you like Exodus, you know what they sound like. It doesn't really matter. This is also without Zetro on there. I don't remember the lead singer's name at that point in time. Let's just take a look here. These are all both on Nuclear Blast Records. And, I'm having a hard time reading. Rob Dukes. Rob Dukes was the singer for Exodus at this time frame. So, both great records, both great Exodus albums, very cool stuff. And one more I picked up when I was there, Slayer's Christ Illusion, which I was very happy to find. He had it sealed for $28. I'd been looking for this on Discogs and stuff, and I was seeing it for $50, $60. Like I said, this one was sealed in his used section. It was in the used section like it had been turned in, but it had never been opened. So near mint. I'm not sure on the year off the top of my head. But yeah, this is cool stuff. not one of their more popular records, I would say, but this is, sounds like Slayer. Very good stuff right here. And that meant I only needed one more. When I saw this, I needed 2 Slayer albums. I needed Christ Illusion and I needed Diabolos and Musica. No. Anyway. So, yeah, so I was really glad to see this, especially for $28. To me, that was a good deal. I'd been looking for it. It was a lot more than that. Then one night I'm sitting home watching some YouTube videos. I go to the Coletco live video. I've had a few beers and kind of buzz, and I end up buying Dimmu Borgir, Godless Savage Garden, death metal, melodic death metal. It's on like a silver gray smoke, I think is what they're calling that. It says it's black marbled, but I don't know. That's not necessarily, you tell me. I mean, I guess it's kind of a grayish black color. This is a death metal album, but it's more of a doomy type of death metal. It's not it is kind of the growly type vocals, but it's not like super fast. It's not screamy death metal. This is more of that slower, doomier type, but pretty good stuff. I think I paid $30 for it or whatever. That's what I get for being buzzed and ordering records on an auction site. All right. Then my work gave me a bonus. My dispatcher at my work called and asked me one day what my email address was, and I'm like, okay. I give her my email address, and then I get home and I check my email, and I got an email saying, hey, you got $150. Click on here. So I click there, and it gives me a website where you can get gift cards. Like, I got a $150 bonus, and I don't know why. And I went and asked the next day. My boss just told me it's for doing the right thing, whatever the hell that means. So yeah, I got that, and I turned it into an Amazon gift card, and I went on Amazon and bought other stuff, and this is what I bought right here. This is the Slayer's Undisputed Attitude. This was the last Slayer album I needed. So I have every Slayer album on vinyl, studio album. I don't have that early Live Undead stuff, but I have everything else other than that, other than the Live Undead, which I do own on CDs. So, but I have all the studio albums plus Repentless Killology and Decade of Aggression. So this finished my Slayer vinyl collection. So I was really glad to get this from Amazon as a gift card. I also bought this with the gift card. This is Euthanasia by Megadeth. I have a copy of this, but it is a unofficial bootleg press. It doesn't sound that good, and the only official press I could find without spending tons of money is a picture disc edition. So I bought the picture disc edition, and it does sound better than my unofficial press. So I'd like them to repress it on regular vinyl, but it hasn't happened yet. And then I bought Megadeth Super Collider, because this is one I didn't have also. I did not have this, and so I still don't have Risk, which has never been pressed on vinyl that I can find, and Hidden Treasures, which has never been pressed on vinyl either. So this Super Collider finishes my Megadeth collection, except for the new one. Pretty good stuff here. This is like between 13 and it's right after the 13 album and before the Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. So very good stuff there. That's Junior's back in the band at that point in time. So, and then I went to the record store yesterday. And one reason I went to the record store yesterday, you'll figure out here in a second, but I saw this when I was there. Stormtroopers of Death, Speak Like You Should Die. It is on a like green, black sort of marbled thing there. When I saw this in there, I was like, holy crap, I haven't seen this in the wild ever, and I've never really tried to buy it or anything. I'm sure you could find it online. But I was really glad to see it. And the record store guy, Tony, told me, yeah, it's the first time he's ever had it in his store. He's never ran across it in the years he's been open. I think he's been open 6 or 7 years. He's never seen it come through. It came through, and I picked this up. I want to say I gave like 26 bucks for it or something like that. Listened to it last night. Had a really good time. This is nostalgia for me. Had this on cassette back when I was 15 years old when this came out. If I was even that old at the time. This is a 2008 repress. But it's a lot of fun. It's basically crossover thrash type stuff with some goofy shit on there. But it's a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed listening to that last night. Like I said, total nostalgia there. And then 2 flips after, right behind that, Sepultura's Chaos AD. This is a repress that has a bonus disc with some outtakes on side 2 and on disc 2 side 1, and the side 2 of disc 2 is all live and stuff, and the first disc is the Chaos AD album. This is a 2017 remaster repress. I gave 30 bucks for it. Never seen any Sepultura, not this era Sepultura, out in the wild. Chaos AD, pretty excited to get this, so I was like, dude, you are killing me. And then the main reason I went to the record store yesterday was, of course, for this. I called him. This came out last Friday. I did not get a chance to go get it. He held it behind the counter. I ended up with just the black version, the double LP, black vinyl. But if you haven't seen this yet, this is pretty cool. There's the cover. There's the back of it right there. Cool gatefold. It comes with a little book with a bunch of kind of this style of art of Vic on here. And I listened to this last night, and this is the final Megadeth album is what they're telling us. This is going to be the last one. It's been 43 years since they came out, if I remember correctly. I think their first album came out, and actually it was probably 85. So maybe, it's been over 40 years since Megadeth first came out. This, they're saying, is going to be the last Megadeth album. I listened to this last night, and it's got some really good songs on it. I mean, is it a Rust in Peace or Countdown? No, it's not quite that, but it's got some of those sounds. Of course, I'm a huge fan, so I'm not really going to diss on this, but it's got a lot of sounds from a lot of their different eras. In my opinion, it sounds like kind of like a little bit from the early days, a little bit from the mid days. There's a little bit of Rust in Peace, Menza type era, and Marty Friedman type era. There's a little bit of that kind of mixed in there. It's just the style of the music. On side 4, there is a song called The Last Note, and this is basically Dave saying goodbye to us all, and might be one of the greatest songwriting feats he's ever done. It's excellent, just almost tear-jerking type of music, because he's saying goodbye to us. And then they redo Ride the Lightning, which I thought was pretty cool. Is it as good as the Metallica one? I don't know. It's different, but kind of the same. I liked it. I liked it a lot, but we've been listening to the original Ride the Lightning for 40 plus years. It's kind of hard to be like, oh, well, Megadeth is better, Metallica's is better, or whatever. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this record immensely, and when I'm done recording here tonight, I will be playing this again. So I finished my Megadeth collection, other than, like I said, I've seen Risk on vinyl, but they're all unofficial. I've seen it out there. I just haven't had a chance to grab it. I should have bought it when I saw it a couple years ago, and I didn't. So I still need Risk on vinyl. And then if they ever... the Hidden Treasures record's got some great songs on it, but it has never been pressed on vinyl. I think there might be some unofficials out there. But besides Risk, I have everything on vinyl. So I finished my Megadeth collection. Like I said, Risk has never been officially pressed on vinyl. So officially, I have all of Megadeth on vinyl. So I wore a Megadeth shirt because it's a Megadeth-centric show. So thank you much all once again for watching, for putting up with all my shit. I really appreciate it. I love all of you, and I will talk to you guys all in the next week or two or whatever, whenever I, feel the urge to talk once again. I really appreciate it. I love you all. Happy weekend to everybody out in the VC. Hope you guys all have a great weekend and a great week, and be safe. It's still icy if you live in the south. We're still covered in ice and snow. If you have to be out and about in this shit, it's supposed to be a big storm on the East Coast. For those of you on the East Coast and the Upper East Coast, be careful this weekend because you're going to get a lot of snow from what I understand. I just want everybody out there to be safe. Love you all. Thanks for watching again. Really, really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you all later.